Member for Calgary-Greenway.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's an honor to stand today to speak to this government motion to debate such an important issue. But as echoed by many of the members in this House, my colleagues here today, it's unfortunate that we're rushing through this important debate. Not only the 6 hours are too short for this fulsome debate, but I think these are wrong 6 hours. First, in my humble opinion, we should have, as members, we should have consulted with Albertans and then maybe given 6 hours to debate on this important issue. And I want to be clear, this Progressive Conservative Caucus is not here debating the issue of medically assisted death. The Supreme Court has made this decision. It's the law of the land and has been decided for over a year now. And this government knew this deadline was approaching. They knew it a long time ago, but they left it at 11th hour. So that we don't have a chance to discuss to Albertans. That's pretty sad. But nonetheless, our responsibility here this afternoon and the time we have been given is to debate for a basic set of draft regulations to implement that decision in Alberta. Actually, our responsibility as a legislator is more than to debate. It is to provide the government with the information it needs to build the first but functional set of regulations that enables a patient who meets Supreme Court's criteria to be able to receive medical services they need. Our job as good legislators is to ensure that the regulations enable, quote, physician-assisted death for a competent adult person, one, clearly consents to the termination of life, and two, has a grievous, irremediable medical condition, including an illness, disease, or disability that causes enduring suffering that is intolerable to the individual in the circumstances of his or her condition. Regulations that enable doctors to perform the required services in Alberta. Regulations that enable and protect doctors to act in accordance with their professional and personal obligations. And regulations that protect, most importantly, vulnerable Albertans. What we're not here to do right now is to develop or require a full set of regulations that cover every conceivable circumstance under which a patient might seek medically assisted death. This is a new ground in Canada. It's a new ground for us. As an Albertan requests physician-assisted death, we will learn what it means as a family members, as physicians, as legislators, to experience, perform, and regulate this important medical service. It will only be from actual experience in Alberta and in other jurisdictions that we will have knowledge to develop a full set of regulations, practices, and safeguards about how to enable and deliver this service effectively and responsibly. Let us receive the guidance and expertise of medical experts, ethicists, and stakeholders as we take this journey together. Let us not use uncertainty about the future as an excuse to not comply with the Supreme Court ruling. I have been MLA only for a few months, but I'm learning and that it's a very it's honorable job. It comes with the honor and a duty. A duty is to do the right thing, to be the voice of people who don't have the voice. An honor is to be morally responsible. And I'm here to say that, members, we have two moral responsibilities today, right now. One is to speak on behalf of Albertans, which many members have carried out by asking to pump the brakes on something of such incredible importance, instead of trying to rush through something that will have such a drastic impact on the lives of Albertans. And the other responsibility is to those people who are truly without a voice, to those Albertans who are suffering without making it difficult to live and enjoy a decent quality of life each day, let alone track down a busy MLA's and minister's schedule to share their views on such an important topic. I'm proud of the robust debate we had during the session as members, debate on environment, debate on carbon tax, and we all remember debate on Bill 6, and debate on record deficit in our budget, and debate on payday lending, the issues that impact the lives of Albertans on a daily basis. They all receive adequate debate. However, like this topic it's in our opinion, is like, if not less, is more important than all those topics. This is the most important thing in the universe, the human life we're talking about, and we're getting 6 hours. I am proud to represent my constituents in this House by pointing out that many people in the Greenway were left out of the survey, that despite government's best effort, due to language barriers, cultural barriers, barriers with technology, and even the barriers with the way the concept of death is framed in that one of the most diverse riding in Alberta is. And while medically assisted death impacts all walks of life, the majority impacts our seniors who don't have iPads and onlines and tech-savvy knowledge. They don't plug into like online surveys and portals. And we must ensure that we get their feedbacks and the comment in this issue. But as proud as I am to represent my constituents here, I am even more proud to be able to help reduce the suffering of Albertans. This is a privilege usually reserved for physicians in their treatment of illness. It is rare for that privilege and responsibility to be extended to us. We must exercise that responsibility with sound judgment and good intent. So, fellow member of the House today, I urge you, yes, consider the objections, questions, concerns that you and your caucuses have received from your constituents, and do your best to represent those concerns. Take every day this summer to consult if you want to. But let us also remember to represent those Albertans who don't want to suffer one more summer in our constituents. Those Albertans who have been waiting for us or some government to act to let them enjoy the right that the highest court in our land has affirmed for them, the right to end their own suffering. Those Albertans who are most affected by this decision will never be the majority of our constituencies, but those Albertans are the ones who need us most to represent their views. So let's listen to them. Although their individual circumstances are different, as legislators, we can remove a common barrier for the clearest cases first, while we work out fair and just mechanism to address the concerns brought up by other members of this House. So, in the summary, I'm just going to say this topic means a lot to Albertans. This needs to be consulted with the seniors, all the stakeholders, the doctors, the physicians, the families. 6 hours on this debate, it's embarrassing. So please give it another thought, consult with our constituencies, and maybe we can visit this topic in the next session. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Here, here.